You can lock your doors against the world, but not against the forces that predate you. The veil between what is here and what waits beyond is thinner than you think. These disturbing videos capture the moment the boundary fails, proof of things so aggressive and so real they simply break the rules of reality.
This girl was being lured by something pretending to be her mom. A girl named Bella was home alone when she started hearing her mother's voice calling from outside.
Open the door for mommy. Bella. Come out. Bella.
But Bella knew it wasn't her mom. Her car wasn't outside. And that voice didn't sound quite right. She called a neighbor for help, and then things got worse. The voice grew more distorted, and whatever was at the door started getting angry. It began rattling the door like it was ready to break in.
The voice you trust the most is suddenly wrong. The entity has mastered the perfect imitation, using the sound of a loved one to lure you toward an immediate, unspeakable violation.
He went to check the water, but what he found was terrifying. TikTok user Diego noticed his water had suddenly stopped running. Curious and concerned, he went outside to inspect the water meter, and that's when it happened.
No, yo no sé.
As he lifts the cover, a low growl echoes from beneath. Then, a face, human-like, watching him. Was it the spirit of something long forgotten? Or something far worse hiding in the dark?
A simple domestic task reveals the impossible. When checking a trivial maintenance problem, a horrifying face materializes from the absolute darkness, only to vanish into the periphery, confirming the world is infested. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button. It's free, and it really helps the channel.
This man was haunted by something that mimicked his dead grandmother.
Oh, shit!
After his grandmother passed away, a father and his daughters inherited her house. But the moment they moved in, they noticed something was off. All her belongings were still in place. Then one night, Alex heard a chair dragging upstairs. When he went to check, he saw a face staring at him from the shadows of a dark room. Alex says it looked exactly like his grandmother. But things only got worse.
This is not what I signed up for when I got this house. Oh, shit!
He sees what appears to be his grandmother again, but when he runs to confront her, there's no one there.
The haunting image is that of a familiar relative, but the chilling, malicious intent behind the eyes confirms that something has taken up residence, using a sacred memory as a disguise.
She thought her cat was watching her. Then this happened. Jenna, who often posts fun videos of her cat Pip, shared something that left her followers completely creeped out. While lying in bed, she spotted a pair of glowing eyes staring at her from the dark hallway.
Pip? Come here.
She thought it was just Pip. She called out to him.
Come here, guy. Buddy.
But moments later, Pip walked into the room from a completely different direction. So, if that wasn't her cat watching her, who or what was it?
Two glowing eyes appear in a dark hallway. The moment you call your pet's name, the real animal appears, and the malicious twin instantly withdraws, proving that the entity shares your home and tracks your routines.
His son told him to look at his daughter Carly, and what he saw was terrifying.
Dad, look at Carly.
Get up here, Carly!
Confused, he panned the camera toward his daughter. By the time he rushed over, it was already gone. It wasn't until he replayed the footage that he realized what they had actually seen.
A child interacts with a shape-shifting threat in the absolute innocence of a backyard. The father captures the horror on film, a chilling record of something studying humanity through its most vulnerable subjects.
If your child has an imaginary friend, be very careful. Here's why. A mother and her daughter were home alone one night when the mother started hearing her daughter talking to someone in her room.
Marley, come here. Loyally, who are you playing with? What are you doing?
As the little girl stepped out of her room, a dark figure, much taller than her, can be seen walking past the doorway. Because of the size and movement of the figure, the mother realized it wasn't her daughter's shadow, but something else that seemed to be attached to her daughter.
A mother hears her child speaking to an unseen companion. When the camera rolls, it captures the spectral confirmation. The child is not alone. The digital record validates the invisible contamination of the home.
Woke up at 6 a.m. to the sound of the death rattle.
This is a video of the last few minutes of Dad's life. Mom had been with him throughout the night and heard the death rattle, but she went on to bed, and suddenly I woke up at 6 o'clock, checked on Dad, and went in to talk to Mom and said, I think it's the very end. I sat down with him and held his hand, and you can hear the death rattle.
Mark began singing Amazing Grace to help him pass peacefully. As his dad took his final breath, what looks like a tiny speck of light can be seen leaving his body. That same light appears briefly beside Mark, before it vanishes. Mark believes this was the spirit of his father, Joe, crossing over.
In the sacred final moments of life, the camera captures a visible separation. The human body is vacated, and the energy, the very essence of life, is seen rising, affirming the spiritual mechanism of existence.
This is why you always lock your doors. A chilling series of videos was uploaded by a user named Savior, following a girl who had just moved to Ohio with a friend. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, until strange noises begin echoing through the house. But things take a terrifying turn when she's giving her mom a video tour of the kitchen. Suddenly, the lights cut out. And what happens next changes everything.
The power fails instantly. A presence materializes outside, its eyes blazing through the glass. The camera becomes a mirror, showing you that the threat outside is also reflected in the dark shadow that emerges from within the room. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button. It's free, and it really helps the channel.
This might be the craziest thing on TikTok right now. A guy found a tiny meteorite in his backyard, and at first it seemed harmless until he noticed it would burn plants on contact, yet when he touched it, it wasn't hot at all.
Y me di cuenta que destruye todo lo que es planta. No se puede acercar a una planta porque la mata. Miren ustedes. Y cuando uno le pone algo con vida, por ejemplo esta hoja, ustedes pueden ver cómo ella transmite como una...
A few days later, something started growing out of it. At first, it looked like a plant, but then it began to move, growing at an alarming rate. He tried keeping it in the dark.
Mamá de pensar que esto nació de un meteorito.
Even locking it in a cooler, but no matter what he did, it just kept growing.
Querían verlo. Ha crecido bastante.
Some people believe it's an alien, others think he's making it all up. But with a few of his videos mysteriously deleted, people are starting to wonder if someone doesn't want the truth getting out. What do you think it is?
The anomaly arrives from beyond the stars. A fragment of cosmic material lands on Earth, and from it, an unexpected, impossible life form begins to grow. The boundary of the atmosphere has failed.
This is exactly why you should never explore abandoned houses. While checking out an old, decaying property, a group of explorers approached a stairway, and something immediately felt off. Dangling from the ceiling was a thin wire. At first, it seemed harmless, until they looked at it from a different angle. That's when they realized it was part of a makeshift booby trap. A knife had been rigged to swing down directly at a person's throat the moment someone walked up the stairs. After inspecting it for a few minutes, they carefully triggered the trap.
Whoa!
And sure enough, the blade snapped forward, right where their necks would have been. They were lucky. The next person might not be.
Entering the desolate structure, explorers trigger a cruel, calculated trap. The evidence shows that the evil inside is not random. It is highly malicious, intelligent, and specifically engineered to destroy human life.
This is exactly why some people refuse to work the night shift. A Reddit user shared chilling security footage recorded by his father while working overnight. Everything seemed normal until he saw something walk past the building. At first, it looked like a person. But as it got closer, it became clear this thing didn't move like a human. Two distorted figures passed by. One of them appeared to crawl on all fours. With what looked like a human face. Some believe it might be a skinwalker, but let me know what you think.
The security camera footage reveals figures moving with unnatural speed and form across a facility's grounds. The machine captures the true nocturnal inhabitants, entities that defy human classification but demand absolute silence. These are the moments of undeniable contact. Your reality is not stable. The world you inhabit is constantly being invaded by forces that mock your rules and prey on your trust. The digital archive confirms it. You are never truly alone. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. It's free, and it really helps the channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time.